Okay, so we are located outside of Cleveland, Ohio, in a suburb. Solon schools actually serve families and students living in the city of Solon and also the village of Glen Willow. Together, both of them form a really dynamic suburban environment. We are so lucky because we are very diversified. Um, we are very tradition rich, very family oriented community, and we have an expanding industrial and corporate base. The community definitely fosters partnerships between government, business, and we have a very involved parent booster group. Our students and parents are very proactive in community growth and development of the suburb area. Um, Once again, like I said, we're very diversified. And so inclusion and making sure everybody feels welcomed is definitely a priority here at Solon High School. Um, our diversity, oh, I was going to go a little more.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Our diversity is pretty broad and spanning race, ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation, cultural background, and socioeconomic, which makes us very unique. And even though we're considered upper middle class, over 11% of our families qualify for free and reduced lunches. So as you could tell, it's very diverse, which is very unique. We have very high expectations for Solon schools, and we definitely meet the varied academic and social, emotional needs of all of our students and provide them with support. So once again, we're right outside of Cleveland, and I would say we are very much a successful district. My name is Ann Trocchio, and I'm the Director of School Counseling and also a school counselor. And so we work very collaboratively. There's 5 school counselors in my office, along with 2 essay consultants to help with the college essay process. We also consult with College Now Greater Cleveland and have a financial aid advisor and 2 full-time social workers on staff.
That's great. How long have you been using SchooLinks?
So we're entering our 2nd year, and so far it's just been a great experience.
What made you look for a college career readiness platform like SchooLinks?
So we have about 95 to 98% of our students apply and attend 4-year universities. 5% will look at gap years, careers, 2-year schools, military. And so there's a huge need to help students with career search, college planning, college application process. Also, the state of Ohio made some major changes as far as graduation requirements, and that was a nightmare to track. So we have done a ton of work in trying to find the right match for us to help us ease that pressure that we've experienced as school counselors.
So is that the Ohio Grad Plan
Yes.
requirement? So what
Mhm.
is the Ohio Grad Plan for those that don't know what it is?
So the Ohio graduation requirements are students, the grad plan is, need to meet the requirements of minimally 21 credits. It could be different in different districts. However, right around the same 21 credits or greater. Some districts are 23. In addition, students have to be competent and pass their Ohio tests. And one more piece of the puzzle is that students have to earn 2 seals in the state of Ohio, which that is where the tracking becomes very difficult.
So how does SchooLinks help you track all of those different, sounds like different components, activities, requirements?
Yes, so SchooLinks has been a savior. First of all, there's a very easy integration between PowerSchool and the SchooLinks platforms. It's been a pretty seamless transition, and we were very worried about that because there weren't a lot of users that used PowerSchool when we first joined in, and we were very worried that connection would have been very difficult and we would have had a lot of issues. However, it was pretty seamless. Everybody worked really well with our IT manager, and that information smoothly transfers from one to the other, both platforms. So what it is, tracking those credits, which is done through our grad plan through SchooLinks, tracking the test scores, which automatically helps students earn seals. So that's all integrated and dependent on each other. And then you have other seals that students could also earn, such as local seals, community service, student engagement, fine and performing arts seals. SchooLinks helps you take a look at what the student's been enrolled in and will enroll in, and put those all together for working on or earning, so that you're not doing hundreds of spreadsheets and trying to do it electronically. It's very difficult and time consuming. So it's great, everything that they have in place, and they know Ohio laws, so it's made it easy.
Yeah, we have a product team that's dedicated actually to ensuring that the grad plan is always up to date with the latest legislation.
Yes.
But we like partnering with districts like yours because you also help keep us not just on track with legislation, but also, hey, it would be really great if we could also visualize this, or if you could add this seal or this area of logic. So it really is a partnership that we enjoy.
Right. And you guys work great with that. We just contacted your IT people and asked them how we could add in something where they're tracking our transcript release, and we get immediate feedback. I mean, answer questions quickly. We set it up within 2 days, so it was great.
That's fantastic. So before you had SchooLinks, were you doing it? Were you tracking the Ohio grad plan manually?
We were, because the platform that we used previously to send out college applications, it didn't have that feature. So that was a big selling point for us, so that we can ensure our students take ownership of it, as well as it's an easier tool for more accuracy.
So do you think you could estimate, like, how many hours were you spending before SchooLinks versus after SchooLinks on tracking all this stuff?
So we would do pull-out days. So that means that we would spend a full day, probably 4 to 6 times a year, where we would work and track our students to ensure that they had what they needed to. And now we don't do that. I mean, we really don't. So we're meeting with our students, we're tracking it through them, they're entering their info, it's getting verified, everything is right there, so it's fairly easy.
So basically you went from dedicated days to now being almost real time.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I
wanted to ask about one other initiative, which is your work-based learning initiative. So how does Solon work with SchooLinks on work-based learning?
So I'm not sure what you mean here. Sorry, David. I don't know what do you mean, the work-based learning piece?
I was talking about, aren't we partnering with you on Ohio Means Jobs? No? Okay.
Not really. I mean, so I think, is that where they advertise like different jobs that are available in the community and students have access to that?
Yes.
We're not really using that feature right now. We're not there yet. So you might want to edit this little clip here, because I saw that and I was like, what are they talking about? I wasn't sure. So
that is totally fine. We'll just go down to going back. Oh, wait, my computer. We're gonna have to edit this out. We got him. Andrew hopefully is gonna fix this. My computer also froze, by the way, so I'm doing this from my phone now.
Okay.
Notice, which is nice. So how does SchooLinks help with grad? Oh, no, we already talked about that. So what was the initial reaction from students, teachers, parents, when you introduced them to SchooLinks, when they started seeing how the grad planning worked and how they could take more ownership of, the activities they were doing? What was that feedback like?
So obviously, when you first introduce a new product, students were concerned, parents were concerned because there was so much work done for 3 years, especially the seniors, that they thought they would lose. And we were very happy that we were able to just keep all of that information. It moved from one platform to the other very easily. Um, it really wasn't an issue, but parents were concerned about that. The students immediately liked this platform because it was much more user friendly and interactive. We see when our students are on, they're on like summer break, winter break. They're working through SchooLinks all the time. I think they enjoy the platform. And, even our seniors worked on it this summer. We could see them engaged even before we came back. So I feel like it was a smooth, transition. Initially, I believe there was some hesitation, but when they saw that transition, they actually enjoyed the user-friendly platform, and it worked out great.
So if you were to offer advice to a new district that was bringing on SchooLinks, what would be that advice?
Well, I think the hesitation that districts experience sometimes is the price tag. And I believe that when you're being pulled out to track 5, 6, 7 times a year, and there's, I don't know, 5 of us, and you multiply that by the amount of money that is being wasted doing spreadsheets versus working with students, that's where the savings comes into play. In addition, I believe that you're getting so many different components that work great. And if there is a problem, you get immediate feedback. Customer service is exceptional. I mean, I'm on a first name basis with our representative. I could email her that day and she emails me immediately. Her personality gels with our personality here. And I just feel like I didn't have that before. I couldn't get a hold of anyone for help. It took days, it took weeks. It just slowed our productivity down. Students were not happy. And as far as the price tag, you make it up definitely by the amount of hours that you're saving in addition to all the extra features you're getting. So it's well worth it. And I think it is just so much more efficient. And if you're really, committed to helping students to the highest ability, that you can, this is a tool that helps you do that.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time and for telling us about how we're supporting Solon. We're very excited for year 2 and to continue partnering with you, and look forward to catching up next year about all the other great work we've been doing together.
Okay, sounds good. And just so you know, David, it's Solon.
Solon, I apologize.
Yep. Okay, Solon High School. So thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay.
So there you go. That's the whole interview.
Okay. I don't know how I did.
You did
Was it okay?
It was fantastic.
Sorry, I was reading from our about our district because I wanted to. That's what our marketing person put together. So I wanted to make sure that I got everything out there.
No, it's no problem at all. I apologize for not. I guess that they sent you the questions and I wasn't on it. Normally, I follow up a few times where I'm like, "Did you see the questions? Is there anything you want to change?" It's but I think because we got rescheduled, that got lost. But no, but that was perfect. I love that whole thing at the end about, the time saving and I wish more districts thought about it that way.
Right. Well, I didn't think about it at first. We were like, oh my God, this is so much more expensive. But once you're in it and you're using it, then you realize, we really saved the district a ton of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I could do what I'm hired to do. And all of us are old, as you could probably tell. I mean, but
Well,
I've been in education, I mean, 20 years, well, 30 years. This is my 30th year. But here as a counselor for 20 years, I'm at the top of the pay scale. I mean, all the way. Not only me, one, two, three other people. So
sure.
there's four of us, top of the pay scale, and then one that's close to the top. So if you look at that, I mean, that's a lot per hour per diem that we're
Yeah.
sitting doing spreadsheets, you know? So, I mean, that, that probably would pay for this for 2 years.